This is just gonna be a real quick Jnet tutorial. Uh, if you don't know how to play Netrunner, uh, hopefully you can. I will hopefully have a tutorial coming up pretty quickly if everything is working. If not, well, you could watch one of the Fantasy Flight ones to play Netrunner in real life. But so this is just basically how Jnet works. You're gonna notice right here that this is basically the screen that pops up when you open Jinteki.net. It's the site for playing Netrunner online, in case, which I probably should have said to begin with. Right now I'm not logged in, but logging in and signing up is very easy. You're just gonna do all this stuff. Hopefully you've logged on to other stuff before, but I'm just gonna not do that and log on to my real account, which is over here. And what pops up is supposed to be should be the chat screen, but we'll not worry about that for now. Right now, basically it's just a regular chat screen. You can say hi to people, you can say bye to people. Most of the time, if you ask questions, people will respond. It just takes a little bit of time because a lot of the time people aren't necessarily watching it and it's not terribly active. But here's what you need to know to play stuff on Jinteki.net. When you go on Jinteki.net, what you really need to pay attention to really are just these two right here, deck builder and play. I don't pay attention to most of the other stuff. Well, maybe help sometimes, but most of the time it's just deck builder and play you need to worry about. If you go to the deck builder, this is where you're gonna find, all the decks that you maybe would have added. When to begin with, I believe there should be just two. They should be the World Championship decks from a few years ago. Nisei said that they're going to be adding a bit more later on, but this is just my list of decks that I've got. You'll see I've got a bunch, but if you're just starting, you're just gonna have just a few. Normally, what you would do is you would copy the deck list from another site. For example, the site that I usually use is NetrunnerDB, which is right here. It looks like this. I've got my decks here. If you navigate around, you'll be able to find a lot of other decks. If you don't know how to build a deck, you can always find other people's decks. If you're looking for specific decks that might have stuff that you might want to play around, you could search for it in the deck list. Da 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 da. Search, make specific search, all that sort of stuff. But for now, we'll just use one of mine, and I'll just sort of talk you through importing the stuff. Let's just go with this one that I've made changes to and done a few things to, and you'll see that it looks. If I open up, it's gonna go like this. And all I want to do if I want to import it into Jinteki.net is you click this. You're gonna have this big text box. So you take everything, copy it. You can go into the deck builder and you go to a new runner deck, because that was a runner deck I just copied from. And I'm just gonna paste it in here. It's just gonna automatically fill everything. The other thing you'll need to do is change the identity of the deck, which you have to do manually every time, and name it or not name it or whichever. You could change the format stuff. For now, let's not worry about it. If you're doing it for the tournament that I'm running soon, you just leave it as standard. It should be fine. And we'll just hit save. Finally, the next thing you need to worry about is joining a game, which is just going to the play tab over here. Over here, you're going to see a whole list of games that a lot of them are going to be running. Some of them that aren't running are going to have the new game tab. I don't have a copy of it right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of them that just opened right now. You can join them or you can watch them. I'll create a new game just for this test, and just so you can sort of see what's going on. If you join a game, you won't have to worry as much. But let's just keep this in. Let's just create this for now. You don't have to worry about checking off any of this other stuff. You might need to worry about it later, but for now, we'll just create a game, and we'll just create that game right there. Sorry, a stranger just joined my game. Maybe I should have locked it, but and if you create a game, you'll just sort of see people coming in or out or that sort of thing. Maybe I definitely should have logged. Oh, people just paid attention. But I'm gonna log in with a different account right now, just to sort of talk you through what it's like to play on Jnet. Oh, I got logged out on my other account. Hopefully I can edit this out a little later. But if not, that's fine. I can't log on with that other account. That's a little unfortunate. I guess we'll have to worry about that later. But basically what you will see is just this sort of screen over here. People might join in, all that sort of stuff. You can start it as long as someone else has joined, but obviously no one else is going to join. You're going to go down and you're going to select that deck that you just added in. I guess you could actually start regardless. And yeah, that's basically what you need to know for Jnet. I mean, the help and the settings and the stats and the about might be helpful to explore later on, but help is just an FAQ. Most of this stuff you can read through, but really what you need to know is just sort of these text commands, which you might need to copy into the actual game. But again, this is a bit beyond the scope. I'll just make sure everything is working, and we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to start this just so you just sort of see what it might look like. Because we didn't have an opponent, that person immediately lost. But this is what it looks like when you first start. And we'll just leave that for now, and I'll make sure that everything's working. Okay.